But the book that I'm talking about is this one right here. It's called The Tears That Taught Me. The Tears That Taught Me. It is by Morgan Richard Oliver, right? The good thing about this book here, you don't have to read it from the front to the back. Like, you can just open up a random page and there's a thought in here that literally brings tears to your eyes, or it just teaches you a lesson.
Yeah.
So just from the back of it, she writes that with each tears that crossed my face, the person I once was slowly washed away.
Ooh,
The
child.
tears that taught me, right? So it's just like there was a page that I read earlier, and I think it goes alongside of even the topic from the last episode, which was accepting people for who they are. And I want to get your maybe a conversation out of this, or people can add in on the comments on this. If you got the book, I'm on page 57. That is The Tears That Taught Me by Morgan, and I think her last name is Oliver. But it says, when people, the good thing I like about this book, first of all, it's like one paragraph on each thing.
Yeah, it's not big of a book for you to go.
There are some pages where it's a pretty long, lengthy one here. And so this one says, when people revealed themselves, believe them.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Stop painting prettier pictures with the red flags you see. Oh my God. That is good. That is good. If I can read it one more time, right? When people reveal themselves, believe them.
Believe them. Yeah.
Don't take it lightly if somebody already show you their true side, right? Like what does that first part mean to you if you was to break that down, right? If people reveal themselves to you, believe them.
People are not dumb. People think about, I guess people be like, oh, people don't think, like, they didn't think about, or when they come at parties, oh, I wasn't thinking, but your action speaks loud, very, very loudly. And I feel like when people show themselves in whatever way they decide to show themselves, I feel like you have to take that into consideration. And even if you chooses to, like, just kind of put that on back burner or forgive them or move forward with them, don't just ever forget that, when they when they show you their ESS the first time, you really have to, like, take that into consideration and be like, because if it's like something really crazy where you just, like, you really sat there and thought about that person, evaluated that person as a person, and you just be like, wow, like, I can't even believe, like, they would do something like that to me. Like, are they a good person to me, or whatever the case may be? Like, just consider that, because that's gonna come up again.
Yeah,
that's like a reference. Like, hold on to that, because it's gonna come. It never fails. Like, they will always repeat themselves, and how many years it takes away. And I'm not saying people don't change, but circumstances will show people real color, so you always have to kind of consider when somebody show themselves or start to show themselves to you, and then you decide on if you want to keep them around or you don't, or you want to accept them for who they are.
Wow. Yes, especially if they show themselves by words, right? If that makes sense, because one thing I learned a while ago, I believe I heard a pastor say, is that one thing you cannot take back are words.
Oh no!
Right. So this part right here says, when people reveal themselves, believe them. If somebody says something, it's kind of too late to take it back.
Yeah, I listen to people's word really closely. Like, I'm one of those people, like, every word that you say out of your mouth, I'm really listening, because I'm just like, really? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Bet.
Second part says, stop painting prettier pictures with the red flags you see.
Yeah.
With the red flags you see.
It's literally, the red flag is right there, and be like, oh, no, but they've been through this, and they're actually a really nice person, but they just made a mistake, and it's okay. Keep giving all these different passes, knowing good well that that's their character. So
yeah. So what do you guys think, man? What has been a time or what is your experience with somebody revealing themselves and you feel to believe them and that snuck up on you, right? Like, if you can, what has been an experience with that, man? You saw the red flags and you were just like, all right, they didn't mean that.
I mean, I feel like that's a lesson in life. I feel like we all have been through it. We're not perfect ourselves. We make mistakes too. And sometimes if we want people to be patient with us and forgive us if we make a mistake, we have to, have mercy or have grace for people as well. So if you did see a red flag with someone, I feel like for me, I'll probably give you maybe like 2-3 passes. And I'm being honest, like, and I know some people have, like, you just have one try with them. One try. I would give you about 2-3 times. And after that, that's it. Because at this point, it's like, what else do I need to see or hear? So I think that's like it for me. I don't know if I'll go past that much. You should give people grace if you want them to give you grace sometimes, because we're not perfect ourselves. We make mistakes, and we'll hope that people will give us the same grace that we gave people. So it's a lesson, but don't be out here really stepping on people's toes and think you're just going to be getting grace all the time, because it's certain that sometimes you just have one time to step on somebody's toes. Just one time. It may be something that you did and you just can't come back from it or get grace from it. And
you might step on the toe the day that person was on their last grace.
But then again, some people are just like, they're not forgiving. They just do not have a forgiving spirit, and they were just born that way. And in the podcast, like I spoke about, people being born with certain, character. Like, some people just don't forgive. They don't have it in them at all. So you step on their toe one time, or you say something to them one time, or you say whatever, they just will not forgive you, but those same people will want you to forgive them if they made mistakes. So I'm just saying, like, we all make mistakes, and if you want people to have grace on you, have a little grace on people as well. And like I said, if someone keeps doing the same thing to you repeatedly, you have to, it's up to you, however you want to handle it. For me, I think I give people enough time, to show you, like, hey, work on yourself. Let's work on whatever it is, and then we'll go from there. But after a while, it gets exhausting.
Jennifer Weeder is in the comments. Y'all go ahead, drop a comment and let us know what you think so far. But since Jen is saying, you can't take words back, or how you make people feel.
Yeah, how you make people feel, that's deep. Like, that's so real. Like, how you make people feel, like, they will remember that. Like, if I come around you, if I come around you and you make me feel like, whenever I come around you, you just make me feel sad and just unhappy and just like drain me, or just put me in this bad, how some people, you go around them and it's like you just get that weird, like, negative vibe. They're just so negative. And then some people, they're just like, I don't know, it's just over the top. And then they have some people you go around that just make you so happy, and you guys laugh and joke around. There's no drama, there's just peace and laughter, and it really makes you feel good. And there's some people, you just go around, you just feel loved, and when you leave, you feel good about yourself. If you're having a long, bad day, you go around certain friends or certain family members, you just feel better.
Yeah.
Just by not even expressing how you feel, just by them laughing with you and talking with them, and versus people that just are so negative and always have something going on or something to say. And people that just like speak down on you, try to make you feel like, belittle you or embarrass you. And they have friends like that. Like, I've been in that situation where, like, people try to make me feel, less than, and it's not because I'm less than, it's that their reflection, so they'll try to make you feel like, oh, this and that. But, in reality, it's not really what it is. You just want to embarrass me or whatever. But yeah, making somebody feel bad or good.
Right.
That.
Yeah. How you make people feel. How you make people feel is super important, especially, like, take for example, in leadership, or you being, for example, your manager, right? You had a job, the manager say things, especially in today's world, some managers don't care what they say, right? Like, they'll just say what they want to say because they feel like they got a job to do.
Yeah.
Not knowing the pain that you may cause that person through those words that you just express out of your mouth, right? It's super important for you to be a little cautious on how you are saying the things, because feelings are attached, right?
Yeah.
People come to work, or people come to whatever the scenario is, might be church or something like that. The way you say certain thing is like that could lead to a lot more than what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
You know, you yourself may be having a bad day that day, right? And now you're gonna express this thing, and
Yeah.
that's what, especially in today's culture too. It's like it's so hard, it's so easy to offend people. You know, like that's the reality of things. People are offended by all types of things. People are offended with just comments under the chats and all
people
those
are
things.
traumatized by a lot of things too, so you have to be very mindful of what you say to people. And especially sometimes, I know, like, you don't even mean it, but some people are just like so in touch with, like, the feeling or just a little thing, and be like, oh my god, so
people be flipping out.
but yeah,
So we're just going through a book over here that it's called The Tears That Taught Me.
the tears
The
that taught
Tears That Taught
Ooh,
Me.
child, because once I cry about you, you done for real. Yeah, you really done.
Once they make you cry, that's
Baby,
it, right?
that's it. Because don't, like, no. Because I don't even cry like that.
Right.
Well, I do cry like that. A lot of people don't know I'm actually a crybaby.
you're
I
a
really
crier.
am. But I don't cry over friends like that. I really don't, because I feel like, we can talk things out. I shouldn't have to come and sit here and be like booing. Like, it's not that serious.
Yeah.
But once it get to a point where it's like, you really done some stuff and I gotta cry, and then I gotta go to Jesus on your knee.
Oh my gosh.
Hey.
You gotta take the fight to God.
Baby, you're gonna have to take that judgment to God. You're gonna have to go to court with him, because no, we ain't doing that no more. There's no coming back. Yeah.
It takes me to my next page on this book here too, right? And I wanted to share with you. This is The Tears That Taught Me, page 46. And of the comments that Thomas just made, people be ready to fight. But what she writes here is that some situations are not for you to handle or fight. Furthermore, God will not change some situations if his ultimate goal is to change you.
Wait, read that again?
Okay. Some situations are not for you to handle or fight. Furthermore, God will not change some situations if his ultimate goal is to change you.
Okay. Like, I'm trying to figure out what the last part mean. Like, he will not change the situation if his ultimate goal is not to change you.
If the ultimate goal
Is to change
is
you.
to change you. Because people tend to think that some of the troubles that we go in, right? Some of the troubles that we go through, everything is like, oh, this is the devil that's fighting me. Right? Oh, this is people were quick to say, oh, the enemy is busy. But there's sometimes some of those fights that you're going through, some of those troubles that you're going through, some of those war that you're going through every day could be a lesson that God himself is taking you through.
Right.
Right? So we may be praying, oh, God, take this away from me. Lord, take this cup away from me. But in reality, God himself may be taking you through that so you can come to triumphant on the other side and he gets the glory.
Okay.
So this is what I'm getting
second
from
part.
that, right?
Okay.
That second part is that he's not going to change the situation. So not everything you need to be fighting and thinking, oh, I can handle this on my own.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Oh,
That's exactly what I'm getting from that.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
Right? And then the second part says use discernment and know when it's time to be still or time to speak.
You got to listen to your gut.
You got to listen to it.
You have to listen. I feel like God really give us intuition for a reason, and a lot of us don't listen at all. We don't. Intuition is very, 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 very serious. You have to listen to your gut. When you feel it, it's real. You have to listen.
Yeah.
If it doesn't feel right, it doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
There's just no argument about it.
Yep. The important part, listening is cool, but it's more important for you to actually obey what it is that you heard. Right? Because if one thing we can say, I think there's a part in the Bible that says, like, the Holy Spirit, God, when it's more important for you to obey what the Spirit is telling you right then and there, and do that thing right away when it tells you to, for you to say, oh, I'm going to do it later.
Yeah.
Right? Like I could be walking down the street and the Holy Spirit could talk to me and say, hey, go ahead and minister to that person. And me, I just sit there and I hold it and say, is that really God talking? And you park it for a little bit. And you think, okay, I'm going to go inside the store right now, and when I come back out, I'm going to do it. But what God was telling you to do was to do it right then and there. But you didn't do it right then and there.
Or when you out and got your intuition be like, it's time to go.
Yeah.
And you stay.
Right.
Girl, you better go.
Obedience is what will lead you to overcoming.
Like what? Like your intuition.
Your obedience. Obedience, being just like I just said, being obedient to what that thing was that you're supposed to not fight. And the fact that you're obedient and actually doing that thing is going to be more of the better result than anything else. Yeah, right.
That's why it's important to listen.
It's very important.
You have to listen. Yeah. You have to listen. Stop. Disobeying your intuition and disobeying God, because that intuition, I feel like, is really God speaking to you. Like, Yeah. Like when my stomach gets that knot and I feel something, I would swear to y'all, like at least 95% of the time I'm right.
Yeah.
Like seriously.
Yeah, some other people may look at it and say, "Oh, my other side, or my good side, or my evil twin," right? And the whole time I look at it, it's the Holy Spirit telling me this.
I gotta go.
Some people may think, "Oh yeah, that's my," I'm getting this feeling that I should go. Yeah, the Holy Spirit is nurturing you to get up and go. Instead of you saying, "Oh yeah, I'm getting this feeling." That feeling you get inside. If you're a believer and you have the Spirit of God in you, that is the Holy Spirit telling you to get up and go, before that disobedient teach you a lesson, and now you feel like, you got to fight this thing. So all situations are not for you to handle. Furthermore, God will not change some situations if his ultimate goal is to change you. Use discernment and know when it's time to be still or to speak. Obedience is what will lead to you being an overcomer.
So it says, it took a long time to understand, accept, and become the person that I am. Please know that I truly do not care if you don't like the woman who stands before you.
Ooh.
I unapologetically and wholeheartedly love her.
Wow. So what made that speak to you so well? You got to sip the wine on that one.
Cheers to that.
You're going to have to read that for me one more time so I can feel it in my shana. You hear me? Give me that one more time.
It took a long time to understand. Let me bring it closer, bring it a little closer. And clear.
Y'all make sure you hit the like button on this. Give us some hearts on here. Share this with somebody if you're having a good time. And this YouTube's channels, we're also live on the YouTube channel as well. That's youtube.com/Nita Rain. Get over there and subscribe.
Subscribe.
Subscribe. The link is in the description of this live.
Ready?
Let's do it.
It took a long time to understand, to accept, and become the person that I am. Please know that I truly do not care. Nobody cares. Okay? If you don't like the woman that stands before you, I unapologetically and wholeheartedly love her. That just says, I talk about this all the time because personally, I feel like people change, people evolved. People have different circumstance or whatever along the way to bring them where they are at. And I'm in the space in my life personally, I'm not speaking for everybody, in my life where I it's not like I was never at peace, but I just never maybe I wasn't. Let me be honest. But I understand what it is. Like you can be in some situations, but you don't know what it is until you fully understand it and you know how to avoid different things to keep that. So I feel like I've reached to the place where I'm in complete harmony. Nothing and nobody can mess that up for me because it took me a while to be here. It's I can really let a lot of things slide, or I can, even like earlier was talking about people giving people grace. I never used to be like that a lot. Like, you do something to me, it can be, small things. Sometimes I finish with you.
On site.
I finish with you because, like, I'm not about to play with you like that. So now I can give people grace. I mean, I don't think I was like mean. I think I could listen and kind of like understand people, but I didn't have patience. So I have more patience. I'm at peace. I have too much love and harmony around me to not pour that out there, So I think it comes from home, to be honest. I feel like when you don't have that in your home, when you don't have peace and harmony, I feel like that's what you pour out into the world. Because what you have at home is where we teach our kids, like, go to school and be nice. Don't bully your friends, or, and all these things we teach our kids, because that's what we put in them at home. So when we expect them when they go to school to do that.
Yep.
So if it starts from home, adult, kids, whatever, whoever it may be, if you don't have that foundation at home, if you don't have peace, and if you don't, you really need to go find peace. Because when you know what peace is and you live in peace, you're really going to know how to pour out peace into the world and people that are surround you. And like that says, please don't, what is it? Don't, please know that I truly do not care if you don't like the woman that stands before you. And I may be different. You can't expect me to be the same Benita that I was 5 years, 10 years ago. I'm a different person. So I may be calmer, or I may be louder, whatever it is, however it works for me, that makes me happy. As long as I'm at peace and I'm not spreading negativity into the world, I think, that's peace. That's being happy. When you're truly happy, you're truly at peace. And that's what you pour into the world.
Yeah,
into people.
I 100% agree with that, because, unapologetically, some people might not like what I am now, right? Because some folks are used to how you used to make them feel when you was in this state of whatever you were at before, when you went through that change, or whatever that you becoming a different person is, right? Because that's how I take that passage, is that whatever I was before, the woman, the man that you see now, it's not that same person. And unapologetically, I'm cool with who I am now.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And before when you knew me before, maybe I didn't have the Holy Spirit actively in me, right? But now, Holy Spirit is activated and is working. So yes, it is
that peace.
He is different in me now because of the Spirit of God in me. I'm moving differently, right? And you might not be able to move that same way. So unapologetically, I'm okay with who I am, right? So I think I posted this on Facebook about 2 days ago. Oh, I apologize for the people that felt a little distant from me recently, right? It's not you. It's not even me. It is just the season that God has me in, right? So maybe when this season is over, God might connect us back again.
And if you're really my person,
if you are my person, you should understand, that the process that I'm going through.
If you're really my sister, if you're really my brother, if you're really whoever, like, you will understand, because it's not intentional.
It is not.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm telling you, that is so good.
Yeah.
Gotta be
at peace. If you don't have peace, go and find it for real. It's real out here. And then it's just, like, people feel like, okay, because I'm going through a certain situation or, whatever in my life, I have to be this way. Yeah. And we still make excuses for those people because they're going through whatever it is. I've been through my own equal share of things in life, and I was still able to be civil and, respectful and loving and kind to people. I didn't have, I'm going through this in my life, so I'm going to be a asshole to you.
Right.
Like, mean and all these things. So don't ever make excuses for people because they're going through certain things in their life. And we just talked about that last episode. Don't just accept that, because that's really their true self.
Yeah.
And like I said, people are who they are, but it just amplifies when they are going through something in their life.
Yeah.
Like, it magnifies. Like, seriously. So that's just who they are. It's just a bigger, just like gasoline just pour in the fire and just got bigger. But they always been there. They just been, surface, chilling, and it just took something to like burst and make it so you can really see it in the bigger picture. It's right there for you. And we still try to take the red flag. And I don't know what we can do. I know we can just be whipping the picture of dying so we can see.
We try to paint our own green on the red flag.
But it's always been there. People character always show. And I've worked with dementia, people that have dementia, and we always used to talk with ourselves, or my coworkers, that you can really tell the people that was really happy in their life before that disease took over them. Like, you really tell the people that was respectful and it was really kind, because dementia, you just forget, and a lot of things are going on with the disease, but like, you can tell, like, there's one thing they don't like, when they were an asshole, and you just know them when they're just nice and pleasant people.
Yeah.
Regardless of the disease or not, like, it's like you can just see it shows. So like, it's always been there. That character, it just doesn't go away. That's you. And if you have to work on yourself, nobody can do it for you. You can't force change on people. People are who they are, and you just have to sometimes leave people in whatever it is that they have going on, with their character. You can't change people. They are who they are. Yep. You can give what you don't have.
Yep.
You can give what you don't have. And sometimes it's like you keep giving and giving and giving and giving and giving. So what is going to be left for you? What I recently I was talking to someone. I said, right now, my peace and my happiness, I'm preserving it for my household. I don't have any more of anything to give anyone, because I feel like if I'm pouring to you, you should be pouring into me. So, I can't just keep pouring and pouring and pouring, and then, the people are surrounding you are just negative, because eventually you're going to drain yourself. And then you are taking all of like those stresses from like the family, your friends, and everybody else, and you're bringing it into your household. You're going to sleep at night thinking about what they have going on. All the stress. You put it on your head, you go to sleep, you got to come bother your partner with air. You got to, and then now you're mad at your kids, you're yelling at your kids because you're so frustrated with everybody else's burden.
Yes.
I'm preserving my energy for my household. If you're not pouring into me, because at least if I say, okay, I'll pour into John, because John going through something, at least when I go to Sarah can just pour into me some. It refills me. So at least, I'm back to a normal. It regulates me,
Yeah.
And I'm not all just Sarah going through this, John going through this, Paul going through this. You just there. What do you have left for yourself?
Yeah. As you say that, I feel like that's why it's important to have the right people around you, right? The circle, the people that you have around you is super important. You're either for accountability reasons or whatever the case is, because if negative is contagious.
Oh yeah.
Right? Negative energy is contagious. No matter, like, it's positive. If you're around people that are super positive, you're definitely gonna catch that symptom as well. Same way if...
I don't think the symptom, it's not a symptom of you behaving the same way they are, because if negativity is not a part of you, it just cannot be a part of you. But you will take the burden and the stress.
Yes.
And carrying that on, because it seems like a lot. Somebody that's always negative and you're around them, at the end of the day, you're going to feel heavy when you leave them, because now everything they have going on the poor, and it's just, it's just negative. So it's not that you're going to change your character.
No, you're definitely not going to change, but you're going to feel that energy is going to change.
Yeah, and if anything, like, people like that will just carry that burden at home, because just like, oh my God, like, just it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's really crazy.
Oh my God, I had some tea with John today. John was so down now. I have no choice. I just come
John
home
was
and
just
down.
talking. Yeah,
and John was so busy talking about Paul and Sue and Silas.
And somebody listen to the team say, "Yeah, be like, seriously."
Yeah, yo.
I can't.
Yeah.
You can't drain yourself. Like, preserve your energy, especially when you have a household with family and kids. Is so important now, because it's like, I'm teaching my daughter the same thing. If it doesn't feel right, remove yourself.
Yeah.
And always be kind to people. I don't care who it is. It can be it can be in a group of friends, and your friends are being mean at this one person because they feel like they don't fit in the group. you be the one. I don't care if you got to go out of your way to be like, hi, how are you feeling? You don't know what joy and happiness you're bringing just because you notice that person. I tell my kids all the time, don't follow your friends. If they're laughing, don't laugh. Because if you're laughing, you're not verbally saying, oh, you know, whatever they're saying, confirm it. But your laughter, you're entertaining it. So therefore, you're saying the same thing they're saying, you know? So
yeah,
just always be kind.
that part, entertaining the energy, it's just as bad as being a part of the thing, right? That's what it's like. People can get caught up for just being in at the wrong place at the wrong time, even though you didn't even partake on whatever that crime was, but you was in the car though. That means that, so all those things plays a big part, and it's important for us to just train up our mind, train up the children in the way that they should grow, so that when they're old, they will not depart from it. That's the word. That's the word. You got one more for us to close out on, baby? One more thought?
This one says, learn to interrupt your negative thoughts. The more you tell a lie, the more it sounds like the truth.
Ooh. Learn to interrupt your negative thought. Because sometimes we ourselves we can talk ourselves down. We can talk ourselves down, right? We can just think that we're I'm not good at this. This situation's got a hold of me. Like, all those things are negative thoughts. And as you entertain that, like that says, like, cut it short, right? Cut that negative thought short right away, because the moment you start to entertain that, you start to feel it. You start to feel like it. You can you can get up and have the best. You have a plan. Say, I'm getting up today. I'm gonna have a best day. Boom. Yeah, there you go. And you get a phone call. That phone call can alter your whole day, right?
Oh, yeah.
The same way you can get a thought, and that thought now, if it's a negative thought, automatically it can take your whole day. You can just simply wake up and say, "Oh man." I don't think my day is gonna go good today.
I'm gonna lie, that's me sometimes.
Yeah, like
I'd be like, I'm not gonna have
words
a good
are
day.
very powerful, right? The Bible says, life and death lies within the power of the tongue, and that's a real thing. People just think like, oh, it's more than it's just when you pronouncing something over somebody. It goes deeper than that. Life and death lies within the power of the tongue. What you say is very important.
Yeah, that's
right.
True.
It's not who you. Like I heard another preacher man say a while ago, it's not what you think you are, but what you think you are. Right? If that makes sense, right? It's like, it's not what you think you are. Like you people can say, oh, you're this, you amount to nothing, you're no good. Right? It's not what you think you are, but what you think you are, because what they say, you can turn that around and say, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Because that same thought now you can turn around and say, yes, greater is he that is in me than he that lives in the world. There is so many things you can say about yourself without taking that negative thought. Yeah. Right? And just living with it for the day. Yeah. My gosh, that is good. What you think?
Yeah, that's true. Like, you know, a lot of times, you know, people grow up and going through life thinking and really having like that in their mind of, you know, growing up with family or friends or whoever, oh, you're this and you're that. But you know that you're better than that, you know, so you have to speak that into yourself every day. Like you said, get up every day and speak, you know, positive into your life. And, you know, like some days I'd just be like, oh, today's not going to be a good day. I'm just like, so, and I just be like, and I literally just lay there. Because that's how I said that. You know, exactly. So it's very important to get and just be like, okay, I'm going to have a good day, you know, and then actually get up and try to have a good day, you know. So that's something I'm really learning, because sometimes I'll be just like, I don't want to get up. I don't want to do nothing. I don't know how to start my day. But then I actually have to get up, you know, get myself together, get myself ready for the day. And then I start to feel better. Yeah. And then go through my day. Yeah. Yeah. Because then, like I said, one lie, the more you tell a lie, the more it sounds like the truth. So if you keep telling yourself that, you know,
it's so good.
Yeah, it's just gonna come through.
The more you tell a lie, the more it becomes.
But let's speak about that in like a different perspective, like lying. Just lying. You know, like just lying. You tell a lie, and one lie turn into another lie, into another lie. You're gonna have to find another lie to cover the other lie, and then two more lies to cover the other two lies before you tell the other lie. And by the time you reach the fourth, now you have to create. You know, it's like that's a lot. Just don't lie.
Just don't lie. That's something, man. Growing up, man, that's something I was terrible at. My dad used to always say these words to me, right? Oh, yeah, you're lying again. One lie is going to go over the next lie, and this is the next lie, and then the next lie, right?
Another lie.
And you got to create another lie to cover this lie.
Yeah.
And then my dad always used to say, a liar is a thief. A thief is a murderer. So it all starts with that lie.
Yeah.
When you get into lying about something, you gotta lie again to cover it up, and then next thing you know, you're gonna steal something.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna
lie about stealing.
You're gonna lie about stealing that thing, and then you know what? People are gonna find out. You're gonna end up doing the worst crime of all to get rid of them just to cover your lie. My God, I thought about that reason. I said, "Dad, Daddy used to always say this.
Yeah,
a liar is a thief is a murderer."
Yeah, like that's why I don't have time. Like, why lie?
Just don't lie.
You know, just don't lie.
Just don't lie, y'all.
The lies you told.
The lies, the lies, the lies. So yeah, we're good on that. You good? You gonna end on that note?
Yeah, you guys, thank you for watching.
All right, y'all, appreciate it.
Yes.
Make sure y'all go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Link is in
talk about it, honey.
Description. Share the episodes with somebody, man, who need to get it going.
And y'all, thank you so much for those of you who subscribe to my YouTube channel. The numbers are growing every day, and I really, really appreciate it.
Yeah.
I hope to see you guys there.
We're out of here on this one. Bye.